Listening to Trudy Mason's newscast about Isabelle Beaulieu, the current president of the OCPM, trying to explain the mess over there. I should note, saw it on the TVs, Isabelle Beaulieu did not show up wearing her Apple AirPods Max. I wonder if they'll ask about the $900 headphones, and I'm so looking forward already to Monday and the Big Five at 9:05. When we absolutely will discuss what comes out of that commission hearing this afternoon on just the spending and the problems with spending at Montreal's public consultation office. Okay, it is hour 3 of the Elias Macco Show on a Friday. One more hour left in the week, and we're going out in style. So many great topics over the next hour. We begin by taking a look at this. Netflix is ramping up their library with more Quebecois programming, all thanks to a new deal they've made with Montreal-based production house Attraction, striking a first-look deal for French-language film projects that will be developed and produced by the Montreal company. Attraction has already made a name for themselves in the Quebec market, creating a number of French-language TV series, including the critically acclaimed Mégantic, the 2023 series about the Lac Mégantic runaway train disaster that killed 47 people. The hope here that the new partnership with U.S. streaming giant will help elevate Netflix's Quebec content. Let's find out more. Antonello Cozzolino is with us, Vice President of Attraction. Antonello, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Elias.
How big a deal is this deal?
Yeah, actually, it's pretty big. It's wide. It's interesting, and I think it's like just this great pipeline for French Quebec culture. It's a new way to produce and showcase our local talents on this Netflix platform, which represents they're present in almost 240 countries. So it's good for actors, it's good for directors, good for writers, good for technicians. It's good for everybody, I think.
And how big are the aspirations here? Because, I think about stuff that I've watched on streaming, on Netflix, let's say in particular, a TV series out of Germany called Dark. I watched all 3 seasons, loved it. Mm-hmm. I watched this show, everyone watched this show, Squid Game out of South Korea. And, these are shows, subtitles, foreign TV series, and they became worldwide sensations. Do you have a hope that here in Quebec we could come up with the next Squid Game?
Oh, absolutely. And I think Netflix has the same beliefs. They're really, really clever. They have a lot of data, and what they basically came up with is when a show is produced is really, really successful locally, then it's got all the means and what it takes to resonate worldwide. If you take Squid Games, Squid Games was a really, really successful show in South Korea, and then after it became this worldwide sensation. Same thing with Dark, same thing with Lupin, same thing with Scandinavian thrillers. During our discussion, what they said is, if you guys can make the best Quebec show for your local market, then we'll make it happen worldwide. And that's a recipe that it's proven. It happens worldwide, and that's what we strive for.
And man, thank goodness you brought up Lupin. I forgot about that one. Another show that I watched out of France, and boy, a riveting show here. So take me through it for Attraction, your company. What's the process? How do you make the next great TV show, series, or film?
It's great. First of all, the first look is for feature films, French feature films.
Okay.
So, this summer we produced La Tendernité, which was the biggest box office success in the last 4 years. We did Les Hommes de ma Mère also with Jesse Films, which was the second biggest box office gross film of the year. What we produce shows for public. We produce popular shows. We tend not to do hard house, sophisticated, niche projects. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what attracted Netflix. We share the same vision. We share the same, criteria of success. And then it's about trust. We all already have a couple shows in development with them. We share the same vision. The communication is fantastic. They believe a lot in local culture, local production. This first look is a first, but that does not exclude any other partnership along the way. I like to share what we do with everybody else. Of course, we're very proud. We're going to do the most out of it. But, it's up for grab now. There's a clear will from Netflix to invest more in this market, and we should all welcome it.
We're with Antonello Cozzolino, Vice President of Attraction. That company, production house, just signed a big deal with Netflix. Let's talk about how big a deal this is for the local production scene, whether it's on the sound stages or the VFX houses. A deal like this, will it have effects on jobs creating content in Montreal and Quebec?
I think so. I hope so, and we'll make sure it's going to happen. By opening this new pipeline. When we produce a feature film in Quebec, we always go through the same financial channels. So it's Sodec, Telefilm, tax credit, a sound distributor, and a couple of funds. And that basically guarantees a certain amount of movies per year, between 20 and 25, I would say. If by opening this new channel with Netflix, then there's basically no limit of how many good movies can be produced. So if, let's say, we make 2, 3, 4, 5 more movies a year, then it's, I would say, basically 300-400 people working extra days, extra weeks, extra months on production. More sets, more location equipment, more backgrounds, actors, extras, actors. That could mean at least 20-25% more work and income for the industry, which is at this time of the year, which is great.
And because Montreal, bilingual, some would say trilingual city, right? So many people are trilingual in the city, and Netflix, it's worldwide. How important do you think that is, that Netflix is saying let's do more business in Montreal?
I think they just got it. They understand that when people produce good stuff in their own language, like a core production, it's quality wise, it works. You look at how we produce it during the years. We have Jean-Marc Vallée, we have Denis Villeneuve, we have Xavier Dolan, we have numerous amount of talents that are now working on the worldwide scene, and that's. They're not doing anything different than producing what they know best, which is local production, their own alma mater, their own core.
Antonello, success to your company. Great to hear about this deal, and thank you so much for sharing the news with our audience. Appreciate it.
That's my pleasure. Thank you very much, Alex.
That's Antonello Cozzolino right there, Vice President of the production house Attraction.